Of all the projects I've done in I Wanna Maker, and especially on the BoneBuddies channel, the ones I've showcased, this might very well be my most ambitious project to date. It released back in December, and after I uploaded this level, I took a significant break. And I was pretty much telling myself the only thing that's going to bring me back is Valentine's Day. Because, fun fact, little spoiler, I'm working on a Valentine's Day special. But this was kind of my magnum opus. This was like my closing to 2024. And it's been a few months, so all of those of you in the community who've wanted to give it a spurl, give it a spin, you've had your chance. This is my showcase and playthrough of the BoneBuddies Graduation. Act 1. Humble Beginnings. Childhood and Home. You can save at bonfires, by the way, so shout out to Dark Souls. As you can see, we start here in a very cozy, very warm area, and we've got a green bird. Do you know where you are? Am I at home? This place is symbolic for home, yes. But home is more than just a place. Home to the Maker is the people you love. The Maker? The man who summoned you here. Huh, okay. So we've been summoned here. I'm trapped. Oh no, I'm trapped. Now we're not trapped. We just gotta go right. You see, I wasn't sure if people would get this, and so I know it looks weird, like, oh, you can go into the black void. So I put an arrow here telling people, like, hold right. We got a bonfire, and we got just like a cute little, little screen here. It's nothing difficult, right? And as you can see, we can talk to him, or we can leave. But once you go right, you cannot go back, which is supposed to be, like, metaphorical. Who am I? You are a piece of the Maker's mind, a construct of his world. Okay, why am I here? He wants saved. Whether you do or not is up to you. He needs saved? There is a part of him that is tired and wants rest. I see. Oh man, now we have a little winter area. For those of you who know, my moniker is Frozen. And, I like the snow, and I like the cold. Anyways, instead of reading all of these, I am going to sort of discuss my inspiration for this segment. It's meant to be kind of like we're in the mind of him. And these are all different things that he's thinking, saying, or observing as he progresses through his life. So we go from really positive and optimistic to suddenly very negative, right? Just very negative. And then it's, kind of scrambled. I mean, some of it's positive, some of it's negative. And then we're back to just, honestly, more like pity, right? He's kind of pitying himself here. He's kind of feeling bad for his own self. And then it ends kind of optimistic, right? He's like, don't give up, keep climbing. As you can see here, we have a memory error. And then it says to stop, but we're gonna go through anyway. Uh-oh. Got a ghost. As you can see, the ghost will not hurt you. The first few stages of this level, you cannot die. I literally made it impossible. So even if you just do this, like, you're still going to survive. It's nice of you to come visit, son. You're not gonna hurt me, right? There's no reason to be scared. I'm the Maker's father, or I was. We never got to say bye. So my boy keeps me alive. That way maybe someday we can actually say it. I'm here to save him. Is that right? Well, you might find him playing the Nintendo. Though in my last years he started to play his Xbox more. If you want to find him, I reckon you try the schoolhouse. He rode the bus from kindergarten to senior year. And then instead of reading all this dialogue, I'm actually just going to kind of tell you what it's, well, saying. So it's true that I did ride the bus as an elementary schooler. I rode the bus for as long as I could remember, until the day I graduated high school. I rode the bus. And you know, the bus was home to a lot of good memories. But one of the most fond memories I have is when this boy gave me a cartridge of Pokemon Blue. We played our Game Boys all the time, right? And this was like in 2008. Like, the Game Boy was outclassed by the DS at this point. Yet there was me and another boy who loved Game Boy. Like, we had the Game Boy. We didn't have a DS. So one day he spilled coffee on his Game Boy, and he gave a cartridge of Pokemon Blue to me. And he said, "Don't clear the save file on there. There's an Event Mew on there from Toys R Us." But I was stupid, had no idea what it meant at the time, and I cleared the save file. It's okay though, because I've put hours onto that. And as such, I've been a Pokemon fan for several years. In fact, there is a literal Pokemon Emerald playthrough on my channel. Please go check it out. I've yet to record episode 3 as of this recording, though episode 3 might be up before this one's up, so who knows, go check out my Emerald playthrough. So here, for those of you who do not know, I am a high school math teacher, and this is a statistics and probability puzzle called the handshake problem. And I've actually given the answer here, but it says, "N people in a room shake hands. How many handshakes?" Try starting with a smaller problem first. And so here we have a statistical rule of counting. It's called the, counting rule of probability, I believe. Or something like that. I don't really know the fancy name, but what it really means is, if there is n ways to do one thing, or count one thing, and k ways to do or count another, then the total ways that we can do those things is n times k. As such, the answer is n times n minus 1, all divided by 2. And if you would like to verify this, try it with n equals 4. The formula works, and then look at the picture here, right? So 4 times 4 minus 1, so it's 6. And as you can see here, it matches up. In our picture, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, how did I arrive at this answer? I'll leave it up for you in the comments to decide, any math geeks out there. Oh, and again, teacher can't kill you, and you can't kill him. These two can kill you, however, so be careful. Here we have a parabola, and it says white markers do not hurt you. Rather, they show the projected path of an object that could. So, throughout this school level, we've got, actual gameplay hints disguised as writing on the chalkboard. So we have tales of mathematics, hyperbolic geometry. Euclidean geometry relies on a specific set of axioms. It's axiomatic. For decades, many mathematicians thought the parallel postulate was sophisticated enough to be its own theorem. Among them, a young geometer took it to be false. Janos Bolyai had discovered new non-Euclidean geometries. In particular, the young lad discovered hyperbolic geometry. However, this story has quite a sad ending. As, well, maybe I will say that story for another day. But in short, if you're interested, Janos Bolyai, his work was sent by his father, who was good friends with Carl Friedrich Gauss, revered by many as the most brilliant mathematician of all time. Janos's work was sent to the man in secret, and although he would ultimately earn some degree of praise, basically Gauss said, "To praise your work would only be to praising myself," basically implying he had already made such discoveries. But, again, moving on. The school section really flew by, didn't it? No, that sucked. I've found we all have such strong opinions on school. Don't you just love the soundtrack? Music really calms me down. It hurts me so much when I'm told someone has had bad teachers. I want to be a good one for that reason alone. I need out of here. Ah, well then I wish you safe travels. It'll take courage to defeat Mr. Bone. You definitely have what it takes. The Maker's been protecting you this entire time, but it's going to be up to you now. Climb, young hero, and don't stop. And we've made it to the first gameplay section. But first, say hi to Oi Boo, or as I like to say, Oi Bruh. Anytime you see this emoji, this is Oi Bruh. So as you can see here, we've got Easter eggs. So we found Oi Bruh. We're gonna go through every single one of them. So this section is meant to be kind of like growing up. Ooh. It's sort of meant to be like overcoming your obstacles as you grow up. It's climbing a mountain. As you can see here, in some regards it's very playful. We have some very nice music in the background. We've got some very pretty aesthetic. You know, everybody who plays this level, they just speedrun past this mountain area without realizing just how much work I put into it, making this area look gosh darn gorgeous. Okay. I really did spend a lot of time on this area. And I'm a merciful god. The checkpoint there is actually before a sign where it says, "Did you find the Easter egg at the beginning of this level?" So anybody who needed help finding it will know where to go again. Boom! Nightmare! End times. Nightmare. Act 3. The end is near. And end it is. It is a nightmare. We have a completely different setting here. Ooh. This is supposed to be kind of more chaotic. It's really supposed to just kind of be like, oh man, you have nightmares? I mean, everybody technically has nightmares. So it's supposed to represent that part of reality. You know, part of growing up is, you know, you have fears, you get scared of things. As you can see here, we've got some nice little safety strats. And then the soundtrack here is very hardcore, very metal. Because I felt like it fitted very well. Not that we're going to be really listening to this soundtrack for too long, though. I say that, but I'm probably going to die every single time. Alright. Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad. Down here, we have Dr. Wawi. He loves his mum and sister. He's probably a silly guy. He has thousands of hours on this game, and magical jumping abilities. Shoutouts to Dr. Wawi, shoutouts to Toggle Blocks. As you can see, when we actually do this section, we can skip the top one. So in theory, that Easter egg is the fastest way to complete this section. But I am going to complete it anyways, because I'm a gamer. Bonk. There we go. Now here, we have a soundtrack switch up, I think, right? We do. So you actually don't even need to collect these coins. You don't even need to collect all the coins. You just need 3. So as you can see here, if you have a keen eye, you can just walk out the door. But if you're really scared of the dark, you can collect this key card and the lights come back on. So you don't even... Here, I'll showcase it. You actually don't even need... You don't even need to do all this. See? Because you could just reset at the save point, and it gets rid of the dark, right? That being said, you're technically meant to, how you say, you're technically meant to get the key card. Oh my gosh. There we go. So as you can see, we actually don't really need to do all that. Though, I guess one could say, I could have easily forced them to get the key card, but I felt like that's too much, right? Alright. Now here, we have probably my favorite section. So it says, I can't dream anymore. I can't dream anymore since you've left. I miss you singing me to sleep. So we've got some song lyrics here from one of my favorite songs that helped me get through this project. And so now that we have gotten through the nightmare, all that's left to do is reflect on the journey we've had so far. But we must also reflect on the friends we've had and made along the way. For this is one of the trickier ones to get. This might be the hardest Easter egg to actually get. Oh, there we go. We got Crazy Dasher. Needle Enjoyer. A lot of people obsess over his mom, and he thinks that the BoneBuddies is a good maker. So as you can see, we've made it through this section. Oh, I love this section. Anybody who ever wants to make a BoneBuddies level, anybody who ever wants to make me a level or a campaign to play, oh man, all you gotta do is put a platform section in it. I love these platform sections. This is the reflection, a divine and holy place. Now you are faced with a choice. Confront Mr. Bone and save the Maker, or escape this place and return from whence you came. I've come a long way. You have, which is why it's understandable if you can't press on further, but if you have the strength to face Mr. Bone, it will all be saved, we'll all be set free. The choice is yours. So, I give the player an option. Do you want to go for the true ending, or do you want to leave? To punish people who don't read, I put the true ending first. So if you just jump into it, you have to play it anyways. So as you can see here, this little finale act room is a bit different. So this is a finale. Lair of the Forsaken, Mr. Bone's lair. Good luck. And it's a point of no return. Once you choose the true ending, you can't go back. So before you save here, you better make sure you really want the true ending. As you can see here, we got some little like art to the sides. Just a cute little area. Shoutouts to Trust Issues. We're using the Trust Issues palette, but not the gimmick. This room here is a direct reference to it because it looks very similar. Oops. Ah, man, come on. But yeah, pretty traditional. This is another kind of just, you know. Oh, BoneBuddies jump. First try. This is probably the easiest Easter egg to get because naturally you are able to just do the BoneBuddies jump and then, you know, your momentum often carries you into the wall. However, you don't even need to do a BoneBuddies jump here if you don't want to. You can just do that. Though that's cheesing. Chads and speedrunners have to do the BoneBuddies jump. So, we've got Kira here, who is a I Wanna Make Her speedrunner. You know, go subscribe to their gaming channel. You know, if you're watching this far, they've been playing I Wanna Be the Rain recently. And, you know, Kira watches the BoneBuddies, loves cats, the color black, and women, and probably hasn't made it this far in the level, but they have a good taste in music. Though fools on me, they completed this entire level. I've come for you, Bone. It makes sense that you're a shadow, you know, hiding in the dark with the lights off. If you can't be reasoned with, then prepare to meet your maker. You made a mistake coming here. I've seen your kind time and time again. You think you've got it all figured out. You really think you're the good guy in all of this? Nonsense. You're just a puppet in his world. But me, I broke free. You don't want to reason with me. You want to enslave me. And for that I have to say, watch my blade dance. So as you can see here, we've made it. We got the boss fight, the shadow versus the player. It's Mr. Bone, teacher of math. But as you can see by that cutscene, that in truth, man, are we really the good guys in all of this? One really does have to kind of ask themselves. I mean, it's very ambiguous. Are we the good guy or are we the bad guy? Ooh, what's this? Oh, that's right. Ooh! I almost died there. So it's a math-themed boss fight. Oh yeah. Yep, that. Oof. This fight is actually. Ooh, this fight's tricky if you're not careful. Also, the spam shooting must probably suck. So this has got a little bit of RNG, but not too much. The only real RNG in this fight is the coin flip attack. So as you can see, oh, there we go. Oh, I almost died there. Input, output. This is probably my favorite attack. Yeah, don't forget your, don't forget your plus C, kids. On an indefinite integral. If it's an indefinite integral, please give me heads, dude. Thank you, it's over. It's finally over. When you get him low health, he plays this very sad tune. Oh, I lost. About what you said earlier. There isn't time. You need to get out of here or you'll die too. Mom, I failed. I'm sorry. So yeah, I just want to take a moment to put out there that I spent quite a bit of time prepping that boss fight. I wanted to make something emotional, fun, enjoyable, rather than too stressful. And I think that the pitch change, like this song here, is just so beautiful. But enough of that, we gotta get out of here. Really tough jump right here. Like, disgusting jump right here. There we go, not too bad. The classic BoneBuddies platforming. There we go. And just like that, we made it. We made it to the end. We got the true ending. Now, if you guys want to read all this, you can. Got a huge shout outs. There's a bunch of people that I included here. But in truth, all I really gotta say is thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. And if you play this level, down below, comment about it, tell me about it. What'd you think?